Hello and welcome to another one of those videos where I talk about updates on the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress coming from Toady1 and KitFox. So this is a screenshot that I got a little while ago from Meph specifically while I was working on the interview that I did with him, which you could go watch that's over on my YouTube channel. And this is a screenshot of the current version of the world map generation. So this is just a generated world and a look at it. And I just kind of want to run through because I didn't actually talk about it at all and I haven't really discussed it in a video. So I'd like to just kind of talk about what I think each of the things represent. I'm probably going to be mostly correct, but there's potential spots where I might be wrong. So if you think something means something else, just let me know in the comments. I'd be kind of curious. So up here in the top left of the world, we have kind of like oceans into kind of a glacial area. So those little spikes up at the top would I would assume be like frozen glaciers. There is like some snowy areas, which are kind of the I guess super cold but land instead of water. So I'm assuming that top area would be settleable. Then, of course, we have all of the ocean areas, which would not be settleable. And then once we get down to the grasslands, that's where we start seeing kind of like, your cold tundras and such. We have like some mountain ranges up here and some deserts kind of fitting in with the mountain ranges, probably just like dirty, well, not really mountain ranges, but big hilly areas, I guess, which is kind of interesting because hills aren't really something that are very well represented currently in the ASCII version, in my opinion. I think it's kind of hard for me to immediately like glance at an ASCII map and immediately figure out where the hills are. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm assuming these are little human towns down here, kind of peeking out around the little ocean lines. And then what I'm assuming is either a tomb or a temple, because there's both tombs and temples that can spawn on the main map. And I think that this little triangular building, I'm just going to guess here that that's going to be a tomb. Of course, we have bigger human towns and little roads going each way. As we move further over to the left, we get into denser forests, probably like, your kind of temperate forests, and then into a little bit more of a lush forest down beneath that. And then we have these little spiky towers. Now, I'm kind of not totally certain what these are. I know that I've seen some people saying that those are probably necromancer towers, which I think is a possibility, but I think the necromancer towers are like, that's just not how I would imagine them personally. So my current assumption based on these is that they're probably goblin inhabitants, but not totally sure there. Then we have these bigger kind of fortresses. Some of them are like knocked down and destroyed, and some of them are not, which I think look really, really nice. And they got this lovely little stream or this lovely little river running through kind of these swampy marshlands down here. Then, of course, we have the beautiful big mountain ranges. The large purple zone kind of in the middle is going to be kind of like a haunted forest or an evil forest. That's where you're going to find, your undead biomes, your areas where it's raining blood, all of that good garbage. And then a little bit further over, we start to see the beautiful little elven civilizations. I'm assuming that's what those are. They're kind of going to be like tucked in next to the forested areas. I'm just working under the assumption that those are all going to be the elves. And then, of course, the glorious dwarven mountain homes up in the mountains. I really, really like the way those look, especially with the little flags. I'm wondering, like, if all of the little dwarven fortresses are going to have flags, or maybe that's specifically your faction that's going to have flags. I don't know. I think that those look really nice. And then down, as we go down to the right, down to the coast, there's more of those hilly areas and more various forests. And then even more mountain homes kind of in the middle with, I love the way these roads look, just running in between from place to place, connecting places together. More of the little human towns and farms, and then more of the beautiful crooked towers, which the more I look at these, the more I'm going, yeah, those are probably goblins. Move over to the right, and there's this purple area with a busted up spot, which is what I think are the necromancer towers. Because like I said, I've had some people telling me that the broken things are probably necro towers. I think that this purple guy in the middle in between these two towns, with the little kind of cracked open top area, I think that's our necromancer tower. Then all the way down at the bottom, we have what I assume is another tomb. I'm still not certain we have temple sprites, just glancing around here. Like, I'm assuming that the triangular buildings are tombs, and I don't actually know about temple sprites yet, so there's also fort sprites that I haven't seen specifically. Over here we have this island which has this kind of a turquoisey, like greeny look. I'm assuming that's kind of our mirthful biomes, so where you'll see like fairies, which are disgusting, awful little gross creatures, and unicorns, which are majestic and taste delicious, especially with cheese. And then just north we have another small island which looks very cute, and then we have another kind of evil expanding area that is expanding out from that goblin goblin area. So to those of you guys who maybe don't play Dwarf Fortress, the reason that this map is super cool is the way Dwarf Fortress works is every single one of these different locations is being tracked to an extent. Of course, like not every single individual movement of every character in them is being tracked, but the general actions of each of these places is tracked. The places where they are and the civilizations that occupy them is going to change as you play through the game. And of course, they will expand, exploit, and exterminate everybody around them or ally in cases of need. And so this is a beautiful screenshot of the world map. And thank you very much once again to Meph for sending me this, because I'm very, very excited to sit down with the Steam version when it finally releases, mess around and just generate a bunch of worlds and see what I can make that looks cool. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more updates on the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress, you can jump over to my YouTube channel. There's a huge playlist with a ton of stuff, lots of speculation, lots of facts, and lots of fun, interesting bits and pieces. If you want to listen to me talk to Tarn Adams, I have 3 interviews with him, as well as an interview with Meph, which is also on my YouTube channel. And if you're new to Dwarf Fortress and have questions, pop over to my Twitch stream while I'm live and feel free to ask. I know quite a bit about the game at this point. Of course, also down beneath this video, there is a link where you can sign up for the KitFox newsletter to get all of the screenshots as soon as they come out right in your inbox. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.